Hello, and welcome to our Crystals and Chakras series, where you find consciousness expansion, soul healing if needed, and the joy of life, which is what we're all designed to find as we're born as human beings in the planet, right? And today we're going to talk about clear quartz, which is incredibly powerful. I always say to everyone, if you have to choose one single crystal among all of the crystals in the world, the desert island crystal is clear quartz. Okay, it is the most powerful stone to raise the vibrational frequencies of your body, of your environment, and of your relationships. It is extremely powerful. And this crystal belongs to the trigonal system, so it aligns the crown chakra, and it is transparent. It's white, right? Whitish because it's clear. The name says it all. Clear quartz. In the quartz family, there are so many crystals, amethysts, citrines that are clear, but they have colors. There's also blue quartz, green quartz, sometimes rose quartz, which is, these crystals are a little more opaque. But the clear quartz specimen that you have in your home, in your hand, as jewelry, whatever it is your most powerful crystal, in my honest opinion. Okay? So, because it aligns the crown chakra, it has everything to do with clarity of mind in knowing that there's something beyond the mind, right? So, the general attribute of clear quartz is the ascending spiral of spiritual evolution. That's how I would put it in a nutshell. Okay, an ascending spiral of spiritual evolution that includes your physical world, your mental world, your social world, your emotional world, your finances, everything, all realms of your life. Okay, so it's very important that you understand that clear quartz creates an ascending spiral of energy in your life. And if you really want to get out of stagnation and evolve, understanding your processes, clear quartz is the way to go. Okay? Regarding the emotional benefits of this stone, first of all, because it gives you clarity, which is a mental benefit as well, it gives you emotional peace. So it feels peaceful to understand what's going on. Clear quartz will bring you clarity of your processes. Therefore, it will bring you emotional relief. It will give you emotional peace. All right? There are many crystals, especially the white and clear ones, that are all going to bring peace to your life. But clear quartz has a special energy that brings you peace because it brings you clarity. And it goes beyond the rational mind. It goes beyond the intellectual ability of understanding. It is a spiritual understanding of things. Therefore, what I would say is the most powerful mental benefit of clear quartz is that it connects you to wisdom. Wisdom is beyond knowledge. You need knowledge to develop wisdom, but it also has to do with training your mind to go beyond the obvious and training your mind to go beyond the intellectual as you include the intellectual abilities of yourself and of other people. So it's not, what I love about this, the crown chakra has this attribute. The crown chakra is all about integration of all things. It's the opposite of exclusion. Since we're very conditioned socially to think in dualistic mindsets, right? To have this dichotomy mind. The crown chakra is all about integrating and including all there is so that we know that we are all connected. We know that we all belong. So the crown chakra is about surrendering to wholeness and creating wholeness in your life, creating integration, transcending duality. It's a synthesis of all things that matter after you have discarded what does not serve you, right? So there's always something to learn in an experience, even if it's negative. And there's always something to bring to your life in anything that happens to you. If you have the clarity of mind that clear quartz stimulates, you will never feel like that wasn't worth it. You will always see the silver lining, and you will always validate and honor each and every experience in your life and each and every relationship with people, with objects, with environments, cities, a home, whatever it is. So this sense of integration, that's a crown chakra attribute, is powerful, and any clear quartz is going to stimulate that in you, right? And when it comes to emotional imbalances that will interfere in the crown chakra, it really has to do with letting go of control. So you want to let go of all controlling mechanisms in your life. When you start doing that, allowing the flow, what the Chinese call Tao, right? Allowing life to do its best, which is flow. Surrendering. Surrender is an attribute of the crown chakra. And it really has to, and you're not surrendering in the blind. That's the beauty of clear quartz. You will be surrendering because you have the clarity that it makes total sense to surrender to a specific experience. So it really is, in my opinion, a beautiful crystal that brings you emotional peace because it brings you clarity of mind on the mental level. So the mental and the emotional are very interconnected when it comes to clear quartz energy, right? On the physical level, because clear quartz will act upon the understanding of things, you're not going to attract symptoms when it comes to diseases. You're not going to attract minor accidents, languages of consciousness that need to shake you up so that you'll listen, because the only reason we attract negative experiences in our lives is that we need some consciousness that is not coming through meditation or through the dreams that we have. So we need to be shaken up with diseases and accidents sometimes, minor or major. So this prevents you, this energy of the crown chakra and this energy of clear quartz aligned with your open mind to receive it, will bring the awareness in a very subtle way so that you don't need to go through painful experiences in order to learn. And you resignify the past as well. This is a powerful spiritual attribute of clear quartz. And I always say that the spiritual energy of the crystal is the one who's going to ripple effect on the mental, emotional, and physical levels, right? So it's an awareness of timelessness and also of the parallel realities of past, present, and future. Because in your mind, stay with me on this one. You may be in the present moment right now, but your mind may be either in the past or in the future or in the present moment or at the same time in all three places. In the same minute, you may be going to the past, going to the future, and being here, right? So the awareness of timelessness, that the present moment is the most precious thing that you have, and that you can re-signify the past with higher understanding, which is the understanding of your higher self, and that you can create the most beautiful future for yourself and your loved ones and the ones who are coming after you in the next generation or generations, because we are tomorrow's ancestors, right? Regardless of having children or not, we are leaving some sort of legacy to the next generations. So we better make the best of our lives for our own sake, but also for the sake of the next generations who are going to inherit our energy. This kind of higher self-awareness, this kind of higher consciousness is a clear quartz attribute. It stimulates you to develop higher consciousness. It stimulates you to develop wisdom. And wisdom will create emotional peace. People live in emotional turmoil because, first of all, they don't have clarity. They feel confused. Second of all, they don't stop to try to understand the meaning of everything that they're going through. When you understand the deeper meaning, things unfold, make sense, they're resignified, and there's healing that can happen on a soul level. Does that make sense? So clear quartz has this incredibly deep and also expanded power to help you understand and resignify the past, that helps you enjoy the present moment and cherish the present moment as the most sacred unit of time that you have, because with the present moment you can heal your past and create a beautiful future. It also doesn't allow you to entertain toxic thoughts or toxic thinking, because on a spiritual level, clear quartz really helps you connect with your higher self. And your higher self does not know duality, does not know competition, does not know festering horrible feelings, resentment, and all of those dualistic thoughts and emotions and energies. So the more you connect to your higher self vibrations, the happier you are and the happier the world around you will be. Because I always say, are you someone who works for God or source or the universe or whatever term makes sense for you? Or do you expect God, the world, source, the universe to work for you and demand from source? These are two types of choices that we can make. Are you going to contribute and be a vehicle of the higher light, or are you going to be demanding from the higher light and the people around you who have a higher consciousness to be sources of energy for you, right? So you want to be aligned. It's a vertical line connection. The crown chakra is in the vertical position in our body, right? All the other chakras are horizontal except the root chakra when it comes to the 7 main chakras. So when you talk about the crown, whatever happens here, the more aligned your crown chakra is, the more it will align the lower chakras, the chakras below it. It does have hierarchy there. That's why I always say, if you have only one stone to choose, if you only have one option among many, if you can only take one crystal from a store or something like that, just go for clear quartz. When you're traveling, you want to take a stone with you. Choose a clear quartz to take with you. It is the most broad range stone there is, and also in terms of depth and in terms of expansion, it is the most powerful stone ever, okay? In my honest opinion, and this is what I will suggest to you if it makes sense for you, okay? And when we talk about getting practical with clear quartz, how can you benefit from clear quartz energy? How can you feel that you are connecting to the ascending spiral of evolution, if you so choose, getting out of comfort zones in a peaceful way, in a wise way? How does that happen for you? How can you use the stone for that to happen for you? There are 3 practices, there are 3 ways, practical ways that I suggest that you use clear quartz for. And I'm going to explain them to you right now. So you can see there are a lot of them here. As I always say, shape doesn't matter. There's a pyramid here, there is a point, there are wands and spheres and all of that. But when it comes to clear quartz, just because it can be a specific consciousness reminder of some things, I'm going to tell you about a practice that reminds you of 0-point field. So the first one is to have either a sphere. See, this is a very tiny sphere. Doesn't have to be larger than this, although you can use this like this size, or even, I love this one. I love oval palm stones. They remind you of 0-point field. Okay, where all creation starts, where you can recreate and re-signify your experiences. You're not going to change your past, but you can change the way you feel about it. From water to wine, from lead to gold, okay? I see this a lot in energy healing sessions and Cardinal method constellations. The same experience can be a weight on your shoulders or a source of strength for you, depending on how you see it, depending on how you look at it. So this shape, either oval, kind of like a zero, right, or a round clear quartz, will be a consciousness reminder of 0 point field. So whenever you want to connect to wisdom and re-signify past pain or present moment relationships that drive you crazy, doesn't have to be with a person. It could be people that you're still, not harmonized with, but it could be with objects. People have a lot of lost objects, or sometimes they don't like specific objects in their home, whatever it is, and they have to share their home with someone. Could be that, right? It could be your relationship with your physical body. It could be your relationship with money. It could be your relationship with your professional life. Anything that is not aligned, that isn't harmonized, can be re-signified with clear quartz energy. And 0 point field really helps with that. So if you want to hold either an oval or a round clear quartz in your hand, and just remind yourself that you have a choice to see this with a higher self perspective. Okay? You can really choose to do that, and this is the first practice. The second one is to have clear quartz in your environment. It's one of the stones that is not going to overwhelm you, because some stones can be very strong, right? But clear quartz doesn't overwhelm people. I've noticed this. It's the only stone that I have noticed that does not overwhelm people. So you don't have to have just one. You can have one in each corner of a specific, like a big room, or you can have one clear quartz in each room of your house, and it doesn't have to be big. It's just going to anchor and clear the energy. It's just going to bring you so much joy and alignment. It's beautiful. So have a clear quartz in your environment. It could be more than one in different environments. Whatever makes sense for you, just have it there. And there are ways you can use it. You can just let them rest there, or, this is a pyramid, right? You can see. And I like to use pyramids in two ways. One is to let it just sit there, right? You can see one here, the way it is designed. But I also use them like this. This is a pyramid as well. Look. And you can just use it like this, so it emanates energy to the environment. It's like a laser beam. It's like some highlighting device that you can have to emanate energy to the environment. This position brings the energy from source to earth. And this position emanates clarity, light, the mind of the higher self to the environment and to whoever is there benefiting from the vibrations. Okay? And last but not least, and this is powerful too, you can see that I'm wearing clear quartz. This is a huge chunk. I don't normally wear this, but I wanted to show it to you. It's a pretty big piece of stone, and I'm holding it here in my thymus chakra so that you can see the geometry you can create with jewelry. So a clear quartz pendant. This is actually Faden quartz, which means integrating halves, right? Two energies that can become integrated as one and be harmonized, and clear quartz earrings. So I'm creating a geometry, see? Like this, a triangle bringing energy from up high to my heart, or the pendant could be here in the solar plexus, wherever you feel the pendant needs to rest on your body. But wearing earrings and a pendant is really powerful. And some people have asked me, okay, some people do not have pierced ears, and you rarely find clear quartz earrings that are pressure earrings that don't have, the stud that you can place in your ears. What you can do is to wear a pendant and one little clear quartz. See, I have two here, two little tiny ones in each pocket. All right, but that will be creating a geometry from the earth to your thymus, and it could be what you need as well. It's just creating alignment between earth and sky, between your higher self and your human self. This is the most beautiful attribute of clear quartz. And the affirmation of the stone, if you want to, in the first practice, you can hold the stone and say the affirmation, or you can touch your environment, clear quartz, and say the affirmation. Or if you're wearing the geometry, you can keep repeating it to yourself as many times as you want. No time frame for that, okay? Remember, timelessness has everything to do with clear quartz. So you can just say the affirmation. I live from the perspective of my higher self. That's it. It's a choice that you make daily. You can either choose to live from the dichotomy aspect, the pointing fingers at others aspect, from the impatience with others, from the lack of wisdom, or you can choose to live from the perspective of your higher self. Okay? So it is a beautiful, inspiring, spiritual evolution stone. I hope this has made sense for you. I hope it brings you joy and a new, fresh air of beauty and new life into your world, because that's what clear quartz does, among many other things. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Please comment your experience here. Ask any questions that you want. If you haven't yet signed up to our YouTube channel, make sure that you do that. And I'll see you soon.